Hi everybody, it's January 19th um, and I thought I would, like last week, I thought I would address a couple issues that have come that were in the consultations from our synodal work that we did many months ago. And one of the comments um, uh, from the consultation was, we need a youth ministry program. And can we combine resources for youth ministry with other local churches? Well, amen, we need a youth ministry program. And so right now we don't have a youth minister. We had hired a part-time youth minister, but she didn't stay with us for more than a month. So we're back to looking for someone to take care of our youth and to nurture them and to build a good youth ministry program. So sometime in the past year, I had explored what that question suggested. Can we combine with other parishes? And so I had had a couple meetings with the pastors of Our Lady of the Blessed Sacrament in West Point, and also the pastor of Francis de Sales in Matthews and Church of the Visitation in Middlesex. And we had talked about that and we explored the possibility, but for various reasons, depending on the parish, both of those pastors said they really weren't interested in combining our efforts towards that. So we did make the effort to do that. What I want to do now is look for a new position, full-time staff position, that would be a coordinator of evangelization for our parish, that would not only try to build and strengthen our small little youth ministry program, but it would also do some outreach to maybe young adults as well, and just the general work of evangelization. How do we make the gospel known in Gloucester? How do we get the word out? And that this person would also be, as part of that evangelization effort, would be somebody who could manage and design our website and to take care of all of our social media. So you'll be hearing more about that as we begin to advertise for this position. So spread the word around and pray that the Lord will bring us somebody with those skill sets, especially who can take care of our very small group of youth and nurture and build a good youth ministry program for us. So towards that whole idea of evangelization, I have with me today our awesome deacon, Deacon Jose Melendez, who is going to talk to us about this strange new thing happening in our parish called Exodus 90. So thanks for being with us, Jose.
Thank you, Father. Thanks for inviting me to be here. It's a pleasure. And I guess, as Father just mentioned about evangelization, I think that Exodus 90 is just a very good way to learn about how to evangelize. And when Father asked me to talk about Exodus 90, I was thinking, what is Exodus 90? Okay, and when in Matthew 6, verse 24, it talks about God and mammon. Okay, and what happens in our world is we get drawn away from God quite a bit. The world gets in the way. There's a lot of things that we become addicted to, and the best way I can describe Exodus 90 to you is that basically you're trying to draw away from the things of the world, which is that mammon in our lives, and it could be a variety of things, okay? And really what Exodus 90 is meant to do is to draw you a little closer to God and to Jesus by three areas, which is prayer, asceticism, and fraternity, okay? And in terms of the prayer portion of it, we're called to pray daily, and part of that prayer for us is to pray that we can do these things, these other pillars in our lives, which is asceticism and also fraternity, which is basically coming to a brotherhood and a fraternity amongst our brothers. And part of that goes out to that fraternity part. God does not call, Jesus did not want us to walk alone, okay? So the thing about Exodus 90, it's not like this really new thing, Father. This has been going on for a long time. And if you read the readings, or if you've been going to Mass, if you read the readings daily, we had a saint, a memorial to a saint on Monday, if you remember. It was Saint Anthony of the Desert, okay? And he was one of the first saints in terms of the monastic and ascetic movement in our church. And basically, he gave up everything, okay, in his life. And so in terms of that ascetic part that we do in Exodus 90, it's nothing new, okay? And I think, Father, I sent you a video from Father Mike Schmidt about Exodus 90. And the one thing that really struck me about what he said is about Exodus 90, it's nothing new. It's nothing difficult. A lot of people in the rest of the world, that's what they do. That's what happens. They don't have all these luxuries, to distract them. And sometimes his father will probably tell you, he was in El Salvador, and what we do in Exodus 90 is one of the ascetic disciplines that we do is take cold showers, right, Father? And Father, he just returned from El Salvador prior to Christmas. And were you taking some nice warm showers in El Salvador, Father?
No, it was all cold shower treatment there.
Cold shower treatment.
Yep.
And really, it's the whole cold shower thing is, it's really not about, a punishment. Really, it's about, doing something, giving up something, taking up your cross and doing something for somebody else. That's what those disciplines, giving up some of the things in our lives that make us very comfortable or that we're addicted to do, that we do daily, and giving up those things for Jesus, who gave his life for us, right? And then giving those things up for others, and specifically for men, is you give up those things so that you can do that for maybe your wife. If you don't have children, or if you have family, you give them up for your kids, so that some of these ascetic practices that you give up, like TV, social media, it allows you to have some more time with your family. And for me, it's even, this is, what day is it already? We're getting closer to Thursday, but it's like day 11, 12 or something, like day 11 of Exodus 90. And I can already tell you a week into it, just because of getting away from a lot of things of the world, that my perspective of his presence in my daily walk is a lot better, okay? And I'm able to see his presence in my daily walk. And I think when I preached this weekend, I saw some of those glimpses of God, okay? And I think that a lot of us, we get so focused on the things of this world that we don't pay attention to God's presence around us. And I think that's a big part of Exodus 90. And I think, I hope I can get some of the other men that are doing Exodus 90, and maybe they could share their experience with you all and with you, Father, down the road.
All right. Thanks, Deacon Jose.
You're welcome.
For that great summation of Exodus 90. So, what's happening at St. Therese this week? Tomorrow night is going to be lots of fun here at the parish. We have family fun night at 6 o'clock for everybody of all ages to have fun together and play games and enjoy each other's company. And at 7, we have Theater and Theology, our movie discussion night. We're going to see a movie in the meeting room, and it's a movie about my life. It's called The Hoodlum Priest. That really is the name of the movie, and it is a true story, but it's not about me. So anyway, that will be our feature tomorrow night, and all are welcome, and you don't have to be Catholic to come. Also too, on Sunday after the between the morning masses, we have adult formation, that is adult Sunday school, and we're continuing our series on St. Francis of Assisi. And we're talking about fraternity. We're going to be looking at the little group that followed St. Francis and the little community that they had together and their brotherhood together, and who they were and what they were like. And so that will be on Sunday in the meeting room at around 9:15. All are welcome. You don't have to be Catholic to come. And finally, this weekend there will be a special annual collection, the Respect Life Collection. So have a great weekend and see you in church.